Okay, we're going to do 48 now. So 48 again is one of these investment things. So let's go ahead and set up our table. So remember, you have rate, you have principal, and you have interest. So if we read the thing, it says, with D.D. Myers invested some money at 3.5%. 3.5%, decimal 0.35. Some money, that's X. 5,000 more than 3 times this amount. 5,000 more than 3 times this amount is at 4%. She earned $1,440. So this is exactly the same as the previous problem, except with different numbers. So this is going to be 0.035x. This is going to be 0.040 times 5,000 plus 3x. This times that equals that, this times that equals that. Then we add those columns. So you get 0.035x plus 0.040 times 5,000 plus 3x. So those are the 2 terms for the individual amounts, and the total has to add up to 1,440. Again, we multiply by 1,000. One, two, three. 3 zeros. We multiply out. 5,000 times 40 is going to be 200,000. Because 5 times 4 is 20. That's where I get the 20 from. And so if you multiply 5,000 times 4, you get 20,000. So if you multiply by 40, you get the next, you add 1 0, you get 200,000. 40 times 3x, 40 times 3 is 120, so we get 120x is equal to 1,440,000. Combine these two, 120 plus 35 is 155x plus 200,000 equals 1,440,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 200,000 from both sides. So the left-hand side just becomes 155x. Here, this is the 100,000th place. This is the 100,000th place. So we end up with 124. Not 124, only 1,240,000. And hopefully you can divide this by that. So we divide both sides by 155,000. It doesn't come out to be a nice number. I've probably done something wrong. So I'm just going to add it 124,000 divided by 155, and I get 8,000. So that makes me feel good. So x is 8,000, and the rest is going to be 3x plus 5. I just changed the order of those, so I did the x part first. So 3 times 8 is 24, so it's 24,000 plus 5 is 29,000. So I'm going to put 8,000 at 3.5% and 29,000 at 4%. Okay, what we got next here? 53. So 53 is kind of a different type. It says use methods of example 6 or on your own method to solve each problem. So 53, we're going to do 2 of these problems. Attendance at a school play. For the opening night of a school production of The Mousetrap, 410 tickets were sold. Student paid $3 each. Non-students paid $7 each. A total of $1,650 was collected. How many students and how many non-students attended? Okay, so the question is, can we set up a table with this or not? So let's think about this. I don't really know if you need to set up a table. Anyway, so I'm going to first work it out, and we'll see if we need a table or not. Or we can use a table to make it easier. I'm not looking at example 6 just because I don't want to do it myself. Okay, so let's have S equal the number of students. N number of non-students. And so the amount of money taken in by students is going to be S times the cost per student, which is going to be equal to $3. And the amount of money brought in for the non-student is going to be N times the cost of non-students, which is $7. And the total amount of money is those added together, which ends up being $1,650. So we have one equation, 2 unknowns, so we need another equation. But we were told that 410 tickets were sold, so we know that S plus N has to equal 410. So the first equation I'm going to rewrite in a normal math form. So you have 3S plus 7N equals 1,650. And if you look at it, if you took, let's say you sold all student tickets, you'd have 3 times 410, you'd get $1,230, which is less than this. If you sold all of them as non-student tickets, you'd have 7 times 410, which would give you $2,870. So this number here is between those 2 extremes. In this case, this one is not initially solved for either S or N like in the previous problem. So we can solve for either one, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to solve for S. And all I have to do is subtract N from both sides. So you get S is equal to 410 minus N. So that's my substitution equation. I'm going to substitute that into here. So I got 3 times S, but S is 410 minus N. And then I add 7, N, and that has to equal 1,650. So there's my algebraic equation. First step, unsimplify by multiplying out anything like this. So you're going to have 410 times 3, which is 1,230, minus 3N plus 7N is equal to 1,650. By like terms, 7 minus 3 is 4. Solve for 4n, so subtract 1230 for both sides. So I get 4n is equal to 1650 minus 1230, 420. N equals 105. How did I do that so quickly? 400 divided by 4 is 100. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So it's 105. Okay, so this is the number of non-students. So you can go back to this equation when we substituted. The number of students is 410 minus 105, which is going to be 305. So the number of students is 305. The number of non-students is 105. Which is correct. And so now I'll do another one like this. Attendance at the concert, total of 110 people. James Taylor, we have 4 tickets. And we have balcony tickets. So this is not just a number, I should put a number of 4 tickets. And we'll do the balcony B, number of balcony. Okay, so how many tickets do we have? We have 1,100. So F plus B has to equal 1,100. So that's my one equation. And then we have to find something else. Well, the other one's the total amount. So just like before, you're going to have the 4 tickets times the cost per 4 ticket. So 40 times F, whereas the balcony ticket's only $28. So you have 28 times B. That has to add up to a total of $41,600. So there's my 2 equations. So the question is, which one am I going to substitute in which? This is my first equation, but I'm going to use that as the first one. And again, it doesn't matter which one I solve for. I'm just going to solve for F, because that's the first one I wrote down. So you get subtract B from both sides. So you get that, and then you substitute into there. So you'll have 40 times, instead of F, we're going to use 1,100 minus B plus 28B from here. So 40 times F plus 28B is equal to 41,600. Multiply it out, so I'll get 44,000. 1,100 times 40 is 44,000 minus 40B plus 28B is equal to 41,600. Combine like terms. So negative 40 plus 28, there's 12 difference between these two. If I take 28 plus 12, I'll get 40. Because the negative one's larger than that, you use negative 12. So negative 12B is equal to 41,600. Solve for the variable part by subtracting 44,000 from both sides. So I'll get negative 12B is equal to whatever that is. So let's just do a calculator. 41,600 minus 44,000, negative 2,400. Divide both sides by negative 12. So negative 12 divided by negative 12 is 1, so I get 1B. And then negative 2,400 divided by negative 12 is 200. So there are 20 balcony tickets, and then I can go back here and use this blue equation. F, number 4 tickets, is 1,100 minus B, which is 200, so I get 900. So F is equal to 900. B is equal to B is equal to 200. Okay, I think I've done 3 problems here. Let's just